I'm helping with cleaning out a family farm and ran across this item. Approximately 15 inches tall, 8 inches wide, with no maker's mark. The family farm has been in the family since the 30s, and multiple buildings full of stuff. It's been fun going through them, but I'm getting awfully tired of it. I'm guessing it's a lard or fruit press, and some suggestions have been a sickle bar blade grinder, a distant bandsaw blade tooth setting tool, or part of a sausage stuffer. Google Images was no help, and we can't figure it out, so any information would be appreciated. It's a 1930s can sealer, missing its lower tin can support platform and base crank levers. This is what my complete can sealer looks like. The two wing bolt clamps at the bottom securely lock the heavy vertical frame onto the edge of a kitchen counter or work table. The long lever handle at the top turns a heavy bevel gear to drive the seaming rollers. It applies precise mechanical pressure to crimp and roll the edges of a metal tin lid onto the body of a tin can, ensuring an airtight, shelf-stable seal for food preservation. What is this metal triangle plaque found in an antique shop that was closing down? It was in a cabinet with Christian iconography in it, and apparently linked to Spanish Catholic home decoration. Approximately 5 inches tall and 7 inches wide. There's no writing on the object. It's metal, and quite heavy for its size. The back has marks on it to suggest it had been welded or affixed to something at one time. If anyone knows what this is and its purpose, then please share. Thanks. This is a mid-century brass Moroccan Hanukkah menorah, a traditional Jewish oil lamp designed to hang on a wall. It was used by the Jewish community in Morocco during the 8 days of Hanukkah, a Jewish winter holiday also known as the Festival of Lights. The design is historically modeled after the 13th to 14th century European or North African prototypes. What are these metal hooks or brackets on the siding of this house? They do not open, and they are one solid piece. These are near an outlet and a hose, but there are others that are not near, like this one above the garage door. There is one on each side of the garage too, and there are some half-circle marks on the siding. I'm just wondering what these little hooks were used for. Thanks for any assistance. These are 1940s to 50s tight-line clothesline holders for clothes drying lines. See here for a 1945 advertisement for your line holders. It has a well-thought-out structure for keeping each section of rope taut when bridging the rope in a zigzag pattern using trees or on a clothesline stand. What is this medium-sized decorative cast iron item with an unknown purpose? This seems to be a well-made cast iron piece meant to be viewed from one angle. One side is dovetailed with no holes for any sort of set, screw, or fastener. The other side has two arms or legs with a hole on the backside to attach something, and wooden wheels or rollers on the front. The rollers only make contact on the top side and not the bottom, so it's not a mobility device for the cast piece itself. I found one other post asking a similar question from 7 years ago, but no one came to the rescue with a real answer back then. The poster found theirs buried in their garden, but it had some pieces that seemed to have broken. I don't know the exact weight, but it's not very heavy, so I'd assume it's under 10 pounds. I am baffled by this item. I guess it's a decorative piece of old machinery. Any help is appreciated. It's a harp off an antique melodeon, manufactured in Syracuse sometime during the mid-19th century by the company of Xavier Spang. It mounts to the underside of the melodeon by the dovetails at the top. There are wooden push rods that are placed in pockets on the back of the pedals. One runs up into the bellows, the other runs to a damper that affects the sound level. The player pumps the right pedal to pump air into an accumulator while he or she plays the keyboard. What is this round and heavy silver metal object I found at a vintage fair? I don't know what its purpose is. Around 8.5 centimeters in diameter, the inner dial has numbers, The outer dial has letters, and both can be turned. The back can open to reveal the inner mechanism, and it has no brand, maker's mark, or serial number. It is all metal except the black handle in the center. If anyone recognizes it, I would like to know. It's an antique pocket watch-style mechanical cipher device, an outstanding tool in the history of cryptography. It was patented on November 20th, 1877, by Frank S. Baldwin of St. Louis, Missouri. It's a small handheld mechanical device used by military units to quickly encode and decode secret field messages without needing electricity. What is this specialty tile with a groove found in a new apartment's kitchen near the stove? Approximately 15 centimeters in length, and the groove extends to about 3 centimeters out from the wall. The kitchen seems to be from the 1930s, and the apartment is located on the ground floor in Brussels. We spent the last 2 days racking our brains about this one, so any help would be appreciated. It's a mid-20th century matchbox holder. Slide the matchbox vertically on the upper block part that sticks up, then slide the outer box down. The inner box will stay raised by the block, thus exposing the matches. Then with one hand, you can grab a match out and strike it on the outside of the box. Then put spent matches on the little shelf below. A friend of my mom gave her this odd metal thing, and we have no idea what it is. It's about hand length, hollow, and very lightweight. My guess is a tussie-mussy, a Victorian-era portable vase used to hold small bouquets of fresh flowers or herbs. Does anyone have any knowledge on this item? It's an antique silver hairpin, made by the Hmong in the mountains of northern Laos, and it is likely pre-19th century. Historically, these hairpins were part of ornate attire, used for special ceremonies, and some oral traditions suggest the hollow shafts were used to store small amounts of opium, along with other small but valuable items. What is this small metal gnome guy that looks like it was attached to something? My friend found this somewhere, but he's not sure where. It's fairly heavy for its size, and it says Bar B on the back. We haven't Googled it, but I think it might be some sort of beer tap. Can anyone tell me anything about this item? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.